So in the last class we have started with the numerical solution to the differential equation we are given. So we must need an initial value problem, that is first order differential equation with initial condition has to be given, then only numerical solution will be feasible to the differential equation, in which we have started with the Taylor series expansion. So what is the method actually? So we have seen that suppose this is the first order differential equation together with the initial condition you are given. At that time we can consider the first approximation by choosing x0 to x1. Suppose step size is h, so in that case the first approximation is given in terms of x0 and y0. So it is y0 h y0 dash h square by 2 factorial y0 double dash and so on. So Taylor series expansion we have used to approximate the solution, where we have assumed that y of x is a solution of the given problem, right? Then by this approximation y1 we have considered the new approximation, denoted it with y2, and the Taylor series expansion we have considered that at x1 and y1 if you consider, then that Taylor series expansion will give you the second approximation and so on. Nth n plus 1th approximation will be represented by this one, where you must be clear about these notations. Means when I say yn, it is nothing but y at xn. If I say yn dash, so it is derivative of y at x is equal to xn, right? So all these notations has to be clear. Then we have seen the first example based on this method, this one. So today let us discuss some more examples. So we will solve now this one. So solve dy by dx is equal to x square plus y square. The initial condition we are given y0 is 0 by Taylor series method at x is equal to 0.4. So let me write it down first, this example. So we are asked to solve dy by dx is equal to x square plus y square with y of 0 is equal to 0, and we are asked to find out solution at x is equal to 0.4, right? So here what are the given quantities? So let us start solving it. So first we will note down the given quantities. So given, actually this function we are given, that is dy by dx is equal to x square plus y square. Then if you remember the notation, y0 is nothing but y at x0. So here we are given x0 is equal to 0. Comparing these two equations, y0 is also 0. So initial point we are given 0 comma 0, and we are asked to find out y at 0.4, right? X is equal to 0.4 के पास find out करना है, means y at 0.4 is asked. Now if you see x0 is 0, we want to reach at the point 0.4. So we have two possibilities. There are many possibilities rather, but to consider the iterations, if you consider 0.1 as the edge, then 0.1, this one will be 0.2, this one will be 0.3, and this one will be 0.4. So when you consider first approximation at 0.1, it will be y1, then it will be y2, then it will be y3 at the third stage, and finally in the fourth iteration you are able to find out the solution at 0.4. Another one is consider step size as 0.2. Then in that case, this at 0.2, the first approximation will be y1, second approximation h will give you the answer which is 0.4, and here the second approximation will be y2. As you increase the steps, as you decrease the step size, that means this distance is lesser, the better and better approximation you will get, right? But here we will consider the number of iterations as 2, and therefore I need to consider this what you can say, step size h we will consider as 0.2. Now h we consider as 0.2, then you can see that h square will be 0.04, h cube will be 0.008, right? And h4, h raised to 4 will be so in that case we will have approximation up to 4 decimal places. So we will go up to 4th order derivative in this case, since we have considered h as 0.2, right? So here, if it is not given, then you can judge accordingly by considering the total number of marks. Suppose here the marks given is 4. In that case, each iterations will carry 1 mark. So in that case, you have to understand that h has to be 0.1. Otherwise, for this one, if it is of 2 marks, you can consider the larger step size so that you can reach the asked point in smaller number of iterations. Okay, so let us start with h is equal to 0.2 here. So then what is x1? So x1 will be x0 plus h, that is 0 plus 0.2, that is 0.2, and x2, that is x1 plus h, that is 0.2 plus 0.2, that is it will be 0.4. So that is what the asked value, and therefore corresponding to x2, whatever y value you will get, that is our desired solution, right? So let us start with it. So first of all, we need up to 4th term, up to 5th term we are going to consider the Taylor series expansion because of our choice of h. In that case, we need to consider 4th order derivative of y, right? So first I will compute the derivatives one by one. So it will be what is we are given, dy by dx, that is y dash we are given as x square plus y square. This is the first derivative already we are given. Then y double dash, be careful in this derivatives because it is involving the term y square. So x square derivative is 2x plus y square derivative is 2y into derivative of y, so it is y dash. Then third order derivative when I consider, then it is 2x derivative is 2 plus, now y is also function of x, y dash is also function of x, therefore you have to apply the multiplication rule. So 2 derivative of y, that is y dash, so in that case I will have y dash square, right, plus 2y as it is, and derivative of y dash, that is y double dash, right? So this one will be the third order derivative, and 4th order derivative will be, that means derivative of this one. So derivative of 2, it is 0 plus 2 is already there, and y dash square derivative when I consider, then it is 2 y dash into derivative of y dash, so y double dash, plus again these two are functions of x and both functions of x, therefore we have to again apply the multiplication rule. So 2 derivative of y, y dash, y double dash as it is, plus 2 y as it is, derivative of y double dash is y triple dash. So now you can see that we can simplify these two terms. 4 plus 2, it is 6. So 6y dash, y double dash plus 2y, y triple dash. So in the both of the iterations at x is equal to x0 and y0, then we will require x1 and y1. So we will require these 4 derivatives at this point in the first iteration, at this point in the second iteration, right? So up to this, all of you are clear about these steps? If you are saying yes, please raise your hand. And please confirm that there is no lagging and glitching in this screen now, because in the last class when I have seen the recordings, at that time I came to know that there is a lagging of approximately 5 to 6 seconds. You have not told me about that, but please confirm now. Things are okay, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. In the last class, there was a problem. Am I right?
Yes, there was lagging.
Yes.
6 to
Okay.
7 seconds from
Yeah,
lagging.
that is what when I have seen the video recordings, that at that time I got to know that there was a problem. Okay, fine. So now we will find out these four derivative values at x0 and y0, right? So now we are starting with the first iteration. So iteration 1. So for that, सीरीज आप जब भी लिखोगे by टेलर सीरीज मेथड तो क्या होगा, let me write it down so that by Taylor's series method. What is the method? Actually it is yn plus 1 of x is equal to yn plus h yn dash plus h square by 2 factorial by n double dash plus h cube by 3 factorial by n triple dash plus h raised to 4 by 4 factorial by n fourth order derivative plus up to plus, right? So now when I substitute n is equal to 0 first, so that is the iteration 1. So it will be y1 of x is equal to y0 plus h y0 dash plus h square by 2 factorial y0 double dash plus h cube by 3 factorial y0 triple dash plus h raised to 4 by 4 factorial y0 fourth order derivative and so on. Now see, from for the substitution we already have this y0, but we don't have y0 dash y0 double dash y0 triple dash and so on. So how to find out these values? Tell me. How we are going to find out y0 dash first?
Y dash of x0.
Sorry?
We have did it yesterday, like y dash of x0.
Yes. So in these four derivatives, we have to substitute first x0 and y0 value, which is given to us as 0 comma 0. See here, this is 0 comma 0 we are given, right? So we are going to substitute x0 and y0 as 0 comma 0. So you can see from the first equation, let me minimize it from here. Yeah, from here it is yz, so you can write these equations as star. So from star y0 double dash, that is it is x square plus y square, this equation I am talking about. So what it will be, it is x0 square plus y0 square. Since both are 0, so resultant quantity will be 0. Then we'll have y0 double dash. So what is the expression of y0 double dash? So it is 2x0 plus 2y0 y0 dash. So 2x0 plus 2y0 y0 dash. So x0 is 0, y0 is also 0. So this quantity will be also 0. y0 triple dash, then what it will be? So it is 2 plus 2y dash 0 square plus 2y0 y0 double dash. So it is 2 plus 2 y0 dash whole square plus 2 y0 y0 double dash. So that is equal to 2. y0 dash we got 0. y0 is also 0. So no need to go for the resultant quantity. Directly we can sum up it as 2. y0 fourth order derivative. So what it will be? By the expression it is 6 y dash y double dash plus 2y y triple dash. So it is 6 y0 dash y0 double dash plus 2 y0 triple dash. So 6 y0 dash is 0, so this will be 0. Y0 is also 0, so this will be 0. So just we have one quantity which is non-zero in this infinite series, and after this fourth order derivative we can neglect the terms because it will affect after 4 decimal places, right? So let me give this as 1. So substituting all these values, in 1 we get, तो y1 x is equal to, पहला है y0 is 0 plus h that is 0.2 y0 dash is also 0, so this is 0 plus h square by 2 factorial y0 double dash that is also 0 plus 0.2 cube upon 3 factorial and y0 triple dash that is 2, and then fourth order derivative is 0, so I am substituting it as a 0. So tell me this quantity what you will get.
0.00267.
0.00267, correct. So this is what you are getting, y1 of x or y1. So now the points are x1 and y1. So what is x1 value? X1 we have evaluated over here, that is 0.2, and y1 that is the value which we get in this step, so it is 0.00267. So now we are going to consider the iteration 2, क्योंकि 0.4 के पास चाहिए ना आपको वैल्यू, तो इटरेशन 2 के लिए x1 y1 इटरेशन 2 कंप्यूट करेंगे तो आपको आंसर क्या मिलेगा, y2, और किससे मिलेगा, तो इट विल डिपेंडिंग ऑन दी वैल्यूज ऑफ x1 एंड y1. So for that we need to consider all these 4 iterations at x1 and y1, right? So let us consider one by one, क्योंकि यहाँ पर ये जो टेलर सीरीज एक्सपेंशन है, this is what we need, y2 means I have to substitute n is equal to 1. So at that time y1 plus h y1 dash plus up to plus, so all these derivatives we need at x1 and y1. So we are going to compute these 4 derivatives at a point x1 and y1. So let us see. Y dash, that is x square plus y square we are given. So what is y1 dash? So it is x1 square plus y1 square. What it will be? x1 square is 0.2 square plus 0.00267 square. Compute it and let me know. वो बाद वाली क्वांटिटी में 0.00 है डेसिमल पॉइंट के बाद, तो दैट विल अफेक्टेड आफ्टर 4 डेसिमल प्लेसेस.
0.04.
04. ओके, एक्चुअली आप इसके बाद भी देखने जाओगे ना तो ये क्वांटिटी होगी. y डबल डैश वी हैव कंप्यूटेड एज 2x 2y डैश. तो व्हाट इज y1 डबल डैश? तो इट इज सेम एज 2x1 प्लस 2y1 dash. So it is 2, x1 is 0.2 plus 2 y1 that is 0.04, and sorry, y1 is, this is what, so y1 dash is 0.4 and y1 is 0.00267. I have just taken the reverse order values. Find out and let me know.
0.4002.
0.4002, yes, correct. So y triple dash value we have found this one. So y1 triple dash means it is 2y1 dash square plus 2y1 y1 double dash. So let us substitute all these values. So y1 dash means it is 0.04 square plus 2 y1 means 0.00267 and y1 double dash, that is the previously evaluated value, that is this one. What it will be?
2.0053.
0.53, yes, correct one. So fourth order derivative is this one. So at y1 we have to substitute all these values. So 6 into y1 dash we got as 0.04. Then y1 double dash is 0.4002 plus 2 into y1 is 0.00267 and y1 triple dash is the last iterated value, that is this one.
0.1068.
Yes, 1068, it is correct. So we are going to substitute all these values into Taylor's expansion we have considered. I have given it as a capital Roman 1. So n is equal to 1 when we consider, then we arrive at the y2 of x. That means what it will be? So it is y at 0.4. y2 of x means y at x2. So x2 is now 0.4. So y at 0.4, that is, if you see, y1 plus h y1 dash plus h square by 2 factorial y1 double dash and so on. So y1 we got it as 0.00267 plus h we have considered as 0.2. 0.04 is the value of y1 dash. 0.2 square upon 2 factorial y1 double dash, which is 0.4002 plus 0.2 cube upon 3 factorial by 1 triple dash, its value is 2.0053 plus 0.2 raised to 4 upon 4 factorial, and the last iterated value is 10.1068. Increase the long expression, just complete it. How many of you are actually computing it? Please raise your hand. Be honest with yourself. Huh? Yes.
Zero point 0.0214.
Yes, that is the correct one. 0.0214. Let us wait for some other students to complete, those who are actually trying it.
Yes, sir. 0.0214.
Yes, very good. Now you try this one. dy by dx is equal to x square y minus 1. y0 is 1 we are given, and you are asked to find out y at 0.03, right? So now you can see initial point we are given is 0, right? And let me consider it over here. Example. Solve. Dy by dx is equal to x square y minus 1. Y of 0 is 1. Find y at 0.03. So x0 we are given 0. This is y0, right? And you are asked to find out 0.03. तो आप दो iterations में जाओगे तो you have to choose accordingly h. I will say just go for the one iteration, directly consider h as 0.03, so that in the first iteration only you will get the answer. If you go for the second two iterations, what will be the step size? आपको अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो आप ऐसे भी कंप्यूट कर सकते हो. हाउ वी हैव कंसिडर स्टेप साइज एज x0 प्लस एन एच जो है वो क्या देगा आपको, xn देता है. तो एन एच इज इक्वल टू xn माइनस x0. तो कौन से पॉइंट, xn मीन्स द लास्ट पॉइंट यू वांट टू इवेल्युएट, तो दैट इज 0.03 माइनस इनिशियल पॉइंट वी आर गिवन दिस वन. तो n इज इक्वल टू, n मीन्स टोटल नंबर ऑफ इटरेशंस, राइट? एन एच इज इक्वल टू दिस वन. अगर आपको एन एक ही इटरेशन में आंसर चाहिए तो उसको 1 से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा, तो इटरेशन 1 हो जाएगा. एंड इफ यू कंसिडर n इज इक्वल टू 2, देन इट इज h will become this one, 1 and this one, sorry. So in that case you will get answer in 2 iterations, right? So here you just consider n is equal to 1, so that, और कितने इन्फिनिट सीरीज में कितने टर्म्स तक जाओगे? h 0.03 है, आप ये ले रहे हो, तो इन्फिनिट सीरीज में कितने इटरेशन, कितने टर्म्स तक जाओगे? टेल मी.
मैम 3.
3 तक, क्योंकि 0.03 क्यूब जब आप लेते हो तब वो 4 डेसिमल पॉइंट के बाद इफेक्ट करना स्टार्ट करेगा, उसके बाद वाली टर्म. तो यू हैव टू गो ओनली अप टू थर्ड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव, राइट? तो क्विकली फाइंड आउट फर्स्ट 3 डेरिवेटिव्स and take just one iteration you have to consider. So quickly find out its answer and let me know.
-1 0 and 2.
Yes, -1 0 and 2, y0 dash, y0 double dash and y0 triple dash, correct. D2D students, डेरिवेटिव आपको समझ में आ रहा है या should I compute it here? Are you comfortable with it? Ayush, are you there? Ayush Mawani?
Zero point 0.97.
Just a minute. Let me check. 0.97. Yes, the correct answer. How many of you are getting this as the answer? Please raise your hand.
I need to ask something.
Yes.
Ma'am, what if the sum is asked for 4 marks or 3 marks? Then also we have to go for one
Just a
interval.
minute. Just a minute. Repeat your question again.
What if the sum is asked for 4 marks or 3 marks? We have to go for one iteration only.
For example, if we consider this particular example, then it can be asked in the 2 marks question or 3 marks question.
Okay, ma'am. Then we have to go for one iteration only.
Yes,
right?
yes, right. Because
And
accordingly you can see the length. Computation for all those derivatives can carry 1 or 1.5 marks, and rest of the series computation can carry 1 or 1.5 marks. So accordingly you have to decide. In the exam it will be given, but if it is not given, you have to judge from this total number of marks.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you are confident about this method. That is what I am assuming, right? So exercise example is given at last, right? That you can solve. But yeah, these are the exercise. You can take a screenshot of it so that you can practice it out. In all these cases, H is already given, right? So there is no such issue. Okay, so now let me start with another method, that is the Euler's method. So let us understand the first method geometrically, then we will go for the mathematical part of it. So what is it? Some of the students having this mic on, please mute your mic, because constantly there will be a background noise in the recording. Okay, fine. So Euler's method. So in that case also we are given the differential equation. Suppose it is represented by dy by dx as a function of x and y, in which the initial condition will be given, that is y at x0 is y0. So this is the given data we have, that is one differential equation together with the initial condition. Now let us assume that its solution is given by y of x, and if that solution is represented by the curve y, right, f of x or whatever you write. So initial point we are given, so this one will be the initial point x0, and corresponding to it y0 value we have this on the y-axis. So this point is nothing but x0 comma y0, right? To this curve, you draw the tangent line at this particular point. So this is what the tangent line. At this particular point, the tangent line is given by this one. After that, you can easily find out the tangent line equation, because already dy by dx you know that will act as a slope, right? Because ये जो solution आपको y लिया हुआ है, the solution to the given problem we have assumed, and dy by dx represent nothing but the slope. So you can easily find out the equation of this tangent line. Then you consider small step size h. So this point will be nothing but x1. Corresponding to that point x1, x0 आपके पास already है. Step size you can decide h. So smaller step size you have considered, so that you can find out x1. Now you know the tangent line equation. In that, substitute x is equal to x1, then corresponding y value you will get. Actually, if you remember, the tangent line equation is given by y minus y0 is equal to m into x minus x0, and this line is passing through the point x0 comma y0, where m is nothing but dy by dx, right, at a point x is equal to x0. तो यहाँ से आपको y is equal to equation मिलेगा that y is equal to y0 plus dy by dx at a point x is equal to x0 plus ये जो पूरा quantity है x minus x0. This is your m into x minus x0. Now in that expression, when you substitute x is equal to x1, corresponding to that y value you will get, that is the tangent line. तो tangent line पे corresponding value जो भी मिलेगा this point, तो it will be x1 and y1. It is not exactly on the curve, but it is the approximation. You can see it is not the exact value, but here there is a gap in between the tangent line and the curve, right? That is the drawback of this Euler's method, that you will not get the exact answer, but at least you will get the approximation to that one. After that, to find out new approximation, along this curve, we will try to draw tangent at a point x1 and y1, right? Again, you can find out its line from this kind of expression. So this one will be the x1, y1 point. Again, you consider step size h smaller in quantity. So new point will be x2. Corresponding to that, wherever that point touches tangent line, you can find out a new approximation as y2. So this point will be x2, y2, and then again along the curve you draw the tangent line. Again you consider step size h. Corresponding to x3, you will get here the point y3. So this point will be x3 and y3. You can see that when we draw the tangent line along the curve, there is a small error we have, that is by default inbuilt in the expression, inbuilt in this method. So that is one drawback of this method. Actually, there is a modification in which this error is minimized, means it is so minimized that we can neglect that error, and that is called the modified Euler's method, but that is not in your syllabus. We are just going to consider this method. So you can see that in this curve, actually this is the curve which is the desired solution, and that we are getting as a sequence of straight lines which are not exactly same as the curve. So as we increase the step size, अगर h हमने ये ले लिया होता, तो ये टेंजेंट लाइन आप देख सकते हो, फर्स्ट टेंजेंट लाइन वी हैव कंसीडर, वो अगर एक्सटेंड करेंगे तो इट विल बी समवेयर ओवर हियर, इट विल गो, एंड स्टेप साइज इज इंक्रीज्ड, मींस अब ये स्टेप साइज ले लिया होता तो h यहाँ पर होता x1 पॉइंट, एंड इन दैट केस y1 विल बी दिस वन. तो एक्चुअली y1 विल बी दिस वन, तो एरर विल बी larger in that case. So in this case we can say in Euler's method, as your step size is smaller and smaller, you will get better and better approximation. तो उस केस में आपका लाइन जो है वो deviate हो जाएगा from the actual curve, right? So let me show you this part mathematically. Yeah, here. So this is what the given expression we have. So let us assume that y of x is actually the solution. The solution of the differential equation is represented by the curve. Means ये जो curve है वो actual solution है, right? P0, that is this point x0, y0, which will lie on the curve. So in that case, at x0, if you draw the tangent, so this is what the tangent I have drawn. So it will be f of x0, y0, right? So after that, we can write the tangent line, that is this one, y minus y0, as I have already explained you, m into x minus x0, where m is nothing but derivative at x is equal to x0. तो dy by dx at x is equal to x0 क्या हो जाएगा? तो it is f at x0 and y0. तो that is f at x0 and y0, x minus x0. तो ये जो expression मिला, that is the first approximation to the curve. Same thing now, by considering step size h, you can reach to the point x1, और x1 वाला जो expression मिलेगा, so this is you can see x1 minus x0, when you consider, it turns out to be h. F remains same, f at x0, y0. So this is your first approximation. Same thing you can apply for the point x1, y1, means x1, y1 पे tangent draw करो along the curve and try to get that line, equation line of the tangent. At that time, the new approximation y2 will be given by y1 plus h times function value at x1, y1. In general, you have to remember this formula, which is yn plus 1 will be yn plus h f of x and yn, and this is known as Euler's formula. Is this method clear to you? Please raise your hand. If any one of you having any doubt or question, ask me by unmuting yourself. Okay. So, as a remark, in this method, the actual curve is approximated by a sequence of short straight lines. वो जैसे फिगर में आपने देखा, just wait, let me take this. फिगर में हमने देखा कि शॉर्ट लाइंस से हम पूरे कर्व को अप्रोक्सीमेट करते हैं बाय टेकिंग टेंजेंट्स अलोंग द कर्व. तो actual curve is approximated by sequence of short straight lines. As step size h increases, the line deviates much from the actual curve. Hence, accuracy cannot be obtained. तो आपको better approximation चाहिए, accuracy चाहिए. In that case, you have to consider step size h smaller and smaller, right? So that is what one drawback about this method. So let us solve one example based on this method. So where we are given dy by dx is equal to x plus y, x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 0. Initial condition we are given, that means this is nothing but y of 1 is 0. And you are asked to find out its value at point 1 and point 2 with step size 0.05, right? So let us try to solve this one. So given quantity is dy by dx, that is x plus y. Y of 0 we are given 1, and we are asked to find out y at point 1, y at point 2. These two quantities are asked, and h we are asked to take 0.05, right? The expression you have to remember, yn plus 1 is equal to yn plus h f xn yn. इसको याद रखने के लिए आप क्या याद रखो, x2 में जाना होता है तो आप क्या करते हो, x1 plus h. मीन्स सम क्वांटिटी आप ऐड कर रहे हो x1 में तो आपको वो क्वांटिटी मिल रही है, तो करस्पॉन्डिंग टू y व्हाट वी हैव टू कंसीडर, तो एक तो प्रीवियस वैल्यू yn तो रहेगी प्लस h के साथ फंक्शन वैल्यू एट xn एंड yn, मीन्स वी आर टेकिंग दिस इंक्रीमेंट, दिस इज कॉल्ड द इंक्रीमेंट इन द प्रीवियस स्टेप। तो ये प्रीवियस स्टेप की वैल्यू है, उसमें आप सम ऑफ द इंक्रीमेंट यू आर एडिंग so that you will get the new approximation, right? So if you see initial point we are given 0, then consider 0.05.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, y of 1 is 0. X is given 1 in question.
just a minute, let me x0 is 0. This is a printing mistake over here, typographical mistake. It is actually it is y of 0 is equal to 1. Okay, बिकॉज उसी केस में आप 0.1 सी x इज इक्वल टू 1 ले लोगे तो 0.1 पे कैसे पहुंचोगे, राइट? इफ इट इज 0 देन ओनली फ्रॉम द स्टेप साइज यू कैन, दिस इज टाइपोग्राफिकल मिस्टेक दैट आई नीड टू करेक्ट, क्योंकि तभी आप 0.1 के पास और 0.2 के पास पहुंच पाओगे, 0.05 एंड दिस वन विल बी 0.2, सो आस्क्ड वैल्यू आर दिस वन. If it is 1 then there is a no notion of going further with the 0.1 and 0.2, so that is typographical mistake. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So let us start with the iteration now. Directly here there is no need to compute all those derivatives. That is the benefit of this method. If you have seen the previous examples, we have to go up to third and fourth order derivative, and that is somehow calculations are tedious compared to this one. So here there is no need of computing those derivatives and all those stuffs, just we have to put the values in the formula, will have the approximation. That is what the benefit of this method as compared to the Taylor's method. So here x0 is 0. What will be x1? I have already written. This one is x1, x2 0.1, x3 0.15 and x4 that is 0.2, right? So one by one we are going to compute. So let me write by Euler's formula, yn plus 1 is equal to yn plus h f at xn yn, n will running from 1 2 3 and so on, right? So I will write here for n is equal to 1. First n is equal to 0 I have to consider, not 1. So y1 is equal to y0 plus h f at x0 y0. So what is y0 we are given? This is y0. This is what f of xy, right? So I will write here this is equal to f of xy. Y0 is 1. So 1 plus h we have considered as 0.05. F at x0 y0 means x0 plus y0. So that is equal to 1 plus 0.05. x0, what is x0? It is 0, y0 is 1. So what will be the simplification? 1.05 for n is equal to 1. Next approximation will be by 2. By 2 means it is y at x2 means it is y at x2 means what? 0.1. ये जो था this is nothing but y at 0.05. So what it will be by the formula? It will be y1 plus h f at x1 y1. That means it will be y1 plus h, f of xy is x plus y. So f at x1 y1 is x1 plus y1. So let us substitute all these values. y1 क्या मिला था हमें? 1.05 plus h 0.05. x1 क्या है? We have written it over here, 0.05 plus wait, plus 1.05. So what will be the final answer?
1.105.
Yes, 1.105. तो ये क्या मिला आपको? y2. Block it. For n is equal to 2, y3, by the formula it is y2 plus h f at x2 y2. So it is y2 means the previously calculated value, h 0.05, x2 plus y2. This is, let me write x2 plus y2. So what is x2? 0.1. 0.1 plus 1.105. What will be y3?
1.165.
1.165. So this is y3. y3 means y at x3. x3 means, what is x3?
0.15.
0.15. y2 means y at x2, that means y at 0.1. So for n is equal to 3, y4 is equal to y3 plus h. Directly I will write function value, that is x3 plus y3. So this is 1.165 plus h 0.05, x3, which is now, what is x3? 0.15 plus y3, that is 1.165. What will be the answer?
One 1.231.
1.231. एक्चुअली आप 4 डेसिमल पॉइंट में आप लिखने जाओगे तो दिस वन विल बी 2 ओवर हियर. हाँ, and so this is y at 0.2. तो hence we can write, कौन सी वैल्यूज आपको पूछी थी? लेट मी शो इट ओवर हियर. 0.1 और 0.2 के पास. तो y at 0.1, which we got this one, 1.105, and y at 0.2, that is 1.231. So that is what the Euler's method is. With yourself, George. Okay, so there are 2 more examples, but that will do in the next class, right? These are 2 examples that we'll do in the next class. Let me know about your Saturday classes, because I want to conduct one class where this IT1, IT2 and DevStar IT, all these 3 classes has to be free. So tell me about the status. हर्ष है यहाँ पर?
Yes, ma'am.
Pinak
Yes, ma'am.
and Akshar?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो Saturday do you have a class?
Ma'am, IT1 batch is having a lab.
Okay. At
And
which
IT2
time,
have
Pinak?
one class.
Ma'am, 12 to 2.
12 to 2 means 9 to 11 you are free.
No, ma'am, there will be an HS session.
Still it is going on? Because see, this is the second last method, and after that we have RK methods. So hardly it will take 2 or 3 classes. Then your syllabus will be completed for the numerical part. So I want to complete it as soon as possible. So let me know the free slots. What about you, Akshat? Your class
Ma'am,
status?
IT2 has HS session in the morning, but in the afternoon we have no session scheduled.
Okay.
Ma'am, maybe
Yes.
there will be one because we have a DBMS session Saturday.
Yes,
Probably.
so
At
DBMS extra lecture could be there, but it's not sure.
okay. And where is Akshat Shah from Depstar?
Ma'am, we are having a parents teacher meeting PTM and SGP presentation on that day.
पेरेंट्स टीचर मीटिंग में आपको रहना ज़रूरी है?
Our account will be there,
Okay.
and we also have presentation of SGP. And timing are not given still.
Okay. So Saturday it is not feasible. It is likely just from your conclusion. So no problem. In the next week we will continue in this manner only. क्योंकि उस केस में मुझे आपके टीचर्स के साथ लेक्चर्स एडजस्ट करने पड़ते थे, तो अगर सैटरडे मिल जाता है तो इट इज़ कन्वीनियंट फॉर मी, तो नो एडजस्टमेंट इन दैट केस. फैकल्टीज़ को बोलना नहीं पड़ेगा. Fine. So we will continue in the next week. Now, if you don't have a doubt, you can leave this meeting. Yeah, welcome.